This is my 2020 Honda CRF250L, and today I received my 13.2 gallon fuel tank from IMS. Here is everything that came in the box. Instructions, different size screws, some brackets. Once the two bolts are removed, pull up on the rear and then slide it back to remove the seat. Next step is to remove the side panels and radiator shroud. So you'll use a 5mm Allen wrench right here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Bolts are out of this side panel. Be careful when you remove this panel. At the rear, you just need to pull straight out. Hold the back panel at the same time so you don't break anything. Little nub that catches in this rubber grommet here. And be careful not to pull out at the front. You just slide the panel back because you don't want to break any tabs. You can see those tabs right there where they join into the front panel. And underneath the side panel, you'll see one more bolt that needs to be removed to take off the front panel. Then continue to remove the side panels on the right side of the bike, just as you did on the left. And it looks like there's one more bolt that needs to come off to remove the front panel, and that is just to the left of the horn. Okay, step 2, remove the 3 bolts holding the gas tank on. There's one at the front on the left side. These are 8mm bolts. One on the right side front, and then there's one hidden at the rear. You can see right in there. That's it right there. So once the bolts are removed, we have to lift the tank, disconnect the vent line, electrical connector, and fuel pump. Okay, you can see the vent over there. That'll need to be removed. The fuel line has got a couple of clips that can be unhooked to allow you to lift the tank up a little easier. Okay. And I have a full fuel tank, so I think I'm going to drain the tank before I continue. So the vent pulls off easy enough. Then you're going to pull the electrical off. A little clip here you got to press and pull out. And looks like another clip up here as well that we're going to have to take off. So it was just press on this and pull out. It comes out pretty easily. Now to get the fuel pump hose off, you'll see a couple little pins right here. They just need to... So once the nuts are off, this thing should just come right out. There we go. Okay, next step is to install the fuel pump in the IMS tank. Next, put this plate back on. Line it up with the holes and use the 6x12 flange bolts provided by IMS and tighten that down, but do not over tighten. There it is, tightened down. So what not to do, don't forget to put these L brackets at the rear of the tank with the supplied button head short bolt. They go under each side of the rear, and that's to allow the side plastic panels to bolt onto the bike. And next step is remove rubber grommets and middle sleeve from the rear of the OEM tank and install it in the rear of the IMS tank. So we'll be removing this right here. And this I'll just put the camera down and use two hands to pull that rubber piece out. Actually, just pull out on each side to get the sleeve out, the rubber sleeve. There's one and two. And now we're going to reinstall the rubber grommet and metal sleeve on the IMS tank. Just push that in, and metal sleeve in the center. There you have it. Okay, next we're going to install the front mounting L brackets to the bottom front of the IMS gas tank. And we'll use these 6x12 button head bolts to do so. So the rubber is going to be closer to the center of the tank. We'll install that like that. And then this one like that. And next I'll be attaching the rubber bumper to the IMS tank in between the L brackets using the 6x16 button head bolt. And I will fasten that down. There we have it. Okay, so next, we're going to insert the vent hose onto this barbed hose connector. And the vent hose on the bike is right here. Okay, vent line is installed. That was a bit of a pain in the ass. And next have to reconnect the electrical and the fuel line to the fuel pump. Okay, fuel hose is reconnected. Now just the electrical adapter, which will join right in there. Next step is to place the OEM bolt that held the OEM tank on at the rear before. And we're going to slide that in through the metal sleeve and mount bracket here. Okay, next step is to fasten the front of the tank, the L brackets to the frame, and I'll be using the 6x25 or 6x20 button head bolts with the, I guess, 6x25 washer on both sides of the bike. I bought the IMS tank that allows you to use the OEM gas cap, and fits on perfectly. And one more step that I forgot to do was to install the seat hook supplied with IMS. It's the one last bolt, button head bolt, and you just place it on there and tighten it, and your seat will fit on perfect. Okay, on the 250L, on the right side of the bike, there is a inner plastic piece that needs to come out in order to fit the new tank. And on the inside, that will be the two metal screws that you'll need to remove there.